love to gamble.
You love to gamble?
I do.
Yeah. How'd you get started with gambling?
Oh, at home with kids, you know. Like kids will do. They'll bet cards for candy and stuff like that.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you teach your own kids to gamble for that candy then, or?
No, they learned by watching us.
Oh, who was it? Who was us?
Huh?
Who was us that they were watching?
You mean who did I ask if they were watching?
I said, how did they learn? You said they learned by watching us.
Yeah, they did.
Who were you gambling with?
Well, me and the family. Well, you know, I mean the older family. We would gamble. Different families got together.
Oh, got together? Who was
sometime neighbors.
Oh.
Yeah. Small towns. They're very friendly.
Is that right?
Yep. Everybody helps each other.
Everybody helps each other by gambling?
No, by helping with whatever they needs to be done.
Well, tell me more about this gambling.
Oh, well, you gamble if you have a few pennies or dimes or nickels or something like that. You don't gamble big.
You don't?
No, you don't have big.
Oh, I see. So you were just gambling for pennies.
Well, most of it was like dimes, a certain amount of dimes, and when you lost that, you were out.
Oh, I see.
That was it.
So it's kind of like a tournament.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You either got something to gamble with or you don't. Huh?
Yeah, it was kind of fun. All stayed in the family, sort of. Sometimes a couple neighbors or something like that, you know.
But, okay, so would you say that gambling was in your blood?
No,
It
not
wasn't in
exactly,
your blood?
because I could have gambled a lot more if I'd have wanted to.
Oh, okay.
It's not really in my blood, but I like it once in a while. Something different.
Something different.
Yep.
Okay, so you weren't
And sometimes just to please the other guy.
Okay, so you didn't have a problem with gambling?
No, I didn't have a problem.
But what would you tell somebody who's got a problem with gambling?
Run away.
Run away.
As fast as you can go. Because you'll lose your shirt. Uh-huh. And more than your shirt.
Is that right?
Yep.
What if you don't have a shirt to lose?
Well, if you gamble too much, you won't have one, that's for sure.
Okay.
That's for darn sure.
So if you got a problem, then...
Yeah, if you got a problem and you know you got a problem, stay the heck away from it. Because it's never anything that can be sure. Somebody's got a bad cough.
Yeah. Well, this is for the national news here. We're just trying to solve all the gambling problems in the world. So we thought we'd call on one of the professional gamblers here at the Senior Citizen Center.
Well, you know.
And I was directed to you, Margaret Keith.
Do you like to gamble?
Who, me?
You?
No, I
No?
don't like to gamble.
You don't like to gamble?
No.
I like it, but it's risky.
It's risky?
Yeah,
Okay.
and can be very costly.
Can be very costly. So,
Yep.
because they directed me to you, what would you suggest that to solve the problems with seniors who gamble?
What?
How would you solve the problems with seniors who gamble?
Oh. I'd tell them if they're going out somewhere and with friends and stuff, leave your money at home.
Leave your money at home.
That's right. And if they say anything, say, I ain't got any money with me, sorry.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. That's how to solve their problem.
Yep. Most of the people, when you tell that to, they'll say, well, then go home. We're going to play. Yep. Yeah, there's all kinds in the world.
Yeah. So,
And there's some real big gamblers.
is that right?
Yep-er-y. And you got to look out for them because they're really tricky.
So how many big gamblers have you met?
I've known a few, not a whole big bunch, but I've known a few, and they're pretty sharp.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've noticed.
And whenever I'd go with anybody and they'd say, we're going over here to gamble, I said, well, I'll see who it is that you're gambling with. And when I'd get there, if it was somebody I knew was a Sharpie, I wouldn't play.
Oh,
I'd watch, I wouldn't play.
okay. So you were able to spot these Sharpies, huh?
Ha ha. As soon as they play a couple hands, you got them.
You got them, huh?
Yep. You have to know what the score is on that.
What is the score on that that helps you know?
Well, there's a way you can watch a person. Not everybody can do that. And you'll catch on.
Yeah.
It don't take long. A couple games and you can spot them.
Yeah.
And if you're dumb enough to stay there, you're dumb enough to lose.
Yeah. In poker, they say there's poker tells. Would you call that a poker tell? You can tell who the Sharpie is?
You can't tell when you first start. You got to play before you can tell.
Oh.
Because a guy can act as though he's good and that, but he isn't. He just does that for the heck of it.
Okay.
To scare you, sort of, you know.
How does he scare you?
Well, saying, I won this over here and I won that over there, and he's telling a big fib.
Oh.
You catch on after a while.
Catch on after a while.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys that gamble
Yeah.
tell a lot of stories.
Uh-huh. They want to be big shots.
So how do they become big shots?
Well, by saying they have a lot of money in their pocket and da-da-da, I'll take you here and I'll take you there, and you're a big liar.
Big liar, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is.
Oh, and then when he gets there, well, oh, gee, I must have left it at home.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah? We'll run back and get it. That's me.
That's you, huh? Tell them now.
Yep, I caught on right away.
Is that right?
Yep.
I'm glad you caught
And
on.
I do like to gamble, so
Yeah.
I like to play cards and things like that. You know, if it's a game where people are halfway decent.
Right. Okay. That's good to hear.
Yeah,
So
it can be fun.
yeah. So if I was to play poker, I shouldn't play with you because you're pretty sharp.
Well, I'm not any sharper than anyone else.
Really.
No, I just play cards.
So then I should play with you because I could take your money real easy. Then.
Well, you never know if you're going to take their money. You can take money. You can take money off a Sharpie and sometimes off of a dummy. Who knows?
Okay. Have you ever played with a dummy?
Yeah, I played with some people that were pretty dumb. Yeah, didn't know when to stop.
Oh.
Lost a shirt.
What kind of shirt was it that they lost?
The kind they cried about.
Oh, that kind. So.
Yeah, I don't know why people would do that, because it's such a take, you know, because you get with a bunch of people and you never can be sure who's being correct with you. And you can lose all your money, and you need it for your home or your family.
I understand. I was told that you taught your kids to play poker.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No,
You didn't teach them to play poker?
no, sir, didn't allow them.
Didn't allow them? What kind of cards did you play
No.
with them?
We played regular cards.
Regular cards?
Yep. Like you win if you have a 10 over a 9 or You know what I mean? High card,
High card.
stuff like that, you
High
know.
card, but
High hand.
high hand?
Yeah. We
What
played
is
it.
that? What is
We,
that?
we played for like trinklets and stuff.
Trinklets?
And candies, little
Candy?
candies and stuff like that. Didn't play for money.
Oh, well, yeah, okay, well, is that, what kind
And
of
the
cards?
kids got a kick out of it.
What kind of cards was that?
Well, that was gambling with the kiddies, or like, you know, who's got the highest hand and
The highest hand at
stuff
what?
like that.
Highest hand
Uh-huh.
in what?
Well, like if you'd have an ace and a king and a jack, that's a good hand, and the other guy don't have any face cards. He's just got little cards. He can't catch up with you.
So what if you had a pair?
Well, that counts too. Pairs count. Straights count.
Oh, okay. So isn't that like
Yeah.
poker?
It's kind of like poker, but it's
But it's
not
gambling.
such a big shot thing, you know.
Not with the money, but with candy and
You do it for candy and stuff like that. The kids get a big bang out of it.
yeah. What if they lost all their candy?
They didn't care.
They didn't care?
They liked to play cards
Is that right?
because that's what they were told when they started. You lose your candy, you don't cry, or you can't play again ever.
Yeah.
So that did it. They wanted to play.
What did they do what did you do if they cried?
I told them they can't play the next games.
Can't play. You
No.
didn't put them in a corner or anything.
No, I don't put them in a corner or nothing. Go outside and play.
Go outside and play.
Yep.
They were crying and crying and crying.
No, if they cried, they had to stop crying. They had to learn if they're going to cry, they ain't never going to get to play cards again.
Oh,
No, they were pretty good about it, my children.
oh, good.
I had 7.
Yeah. Did they all play cards?
No, a couple of the little ones didn't play cards, didn't want to play cards even.
Okay.
If they got some pennies, they went and bought candy for themselves. Them wasn't big games,
Yeah.
but it was fun for them.
Okay.
Children like games and stuff too, and they like to do what the big people do, and they think they're hot shots, you know.
Yeah.
Don't hurt them any, but you tell them right from the start, you don't play anywhere else but with your family. That's the way. If I catch you playing with a friend or something, then you go to bed and stay in bed a couple of days.
Oh.
Uh-huh. And they hated that.
Yeah,
Believe me, they hated that.
Did they get to eat when they were in bed, though?
Pardon me?
Did they get to eat when they went to
Oh,
bed?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that is something that
But they didn't get to play cards anymore.
they didn't get to go anywhere either. And they hated that. They wanted to go out and be with their friends. I'd say, nope, time's not up yet. Sometimes they didn't like me very well.
Oh, really? So that was because you were a mean mother back in those days. Is that it?
Now, I wouldn't call me mean. If I'd have been mean, they'd had some whoopings.
Oh, I see.
Their daddy was kind of mean at times when he drank.
When he drank.
Yep. I used to have to stop him.
Really?
Yep.
He would drink and get mean, huh?
He drank too much.
Yeah.
He worked hard, and I guess he thought he deserved it. Whatever he deserved, he'd get.
Yeah.
He found out, though, that it didn't work that way.
Yeah.
Yep. So he quit. He practically quit drinking on the days that he was going to stay home.
Yeah.
And if he was going to go out somewhere, then, you know, on his own, then he'd drink. But
So-
that was his privilege, you know, that after all, everybody has to have some privilege of some sort of their own.
Yeah. Well, now just so that the national public out there can be totally aware.
Yeah.
What would be your final word of advice to people out there, all the seniors, about gambling?
About what?
About gambling. The advice. What are you going to tell the seniors out in the world?
About
Gambling.
gambling?
Yeah.
Don't gamble if you can't afford it. If you need your money for your house and your children, do not gamble. If you have enough money over for the month of each year, and you want to spend your spending money, it has to be your spending money, not somebody else's and all of the rest that's in the house. Use your own spending money. We always had some spending money for everybody. That's the way we done it. And if you used your spending money gambling and lost it, don't come to me.
Where could they go if they couldn't come to you?
Huh?
Where could they go if they couldn't come to you?
They better behave themselves and come home and go to bed.
Well, okay, thank you.
Or else win.
Okay, on behalf of the national news of all over the world here and the
Well,
senior citizens in all over the world, I want
yeah.
to thank you for this little interview here.
I'll tell you what,
Tell me.
gambling isn't too hot of a thing.
No?
If you got enough money left over that you don't care that you're going to spend, but remember, your duties comes first to your house and your home and your children. Them duties come first.
So this
If you have money left over that you can spend and want to gamble it, go ahead, it's your business.
okay. That sounds like advice for more than just seniors, but family people.
Yeah, it's a family thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Not all families go by that.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Some of them, they're making mistakes.
And you know what?
What?
They end up fighting like dog and cats.
Oh, really?
Yep. See, when you make a ruling and you both agree on it, then there's no fight there, see? It's, well, I lost again. Well, maybe next time I'll win.
That doesn't always happen, does it?
That, you know, that it don't make sense to spend your life gambling if it's going to cause trouble in family. Get your family raised, your children especially. You know?
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm going to put this out for everybody in the world to hear that so that they can start straightening their lives out.
It's hard enough for the children growing up. There's so many different things. Every year there's something different up that the children get to learn or get to know about, or, you know, things get harder for them as they go along because they want to do more than they should and they ain't allowed.
Oh.
Or they don't have the money, things like that.
Well,
It isn't no picnic.
oh, it's not a picnic?
Oh, it's no picnic.
Well, okay. I saw some people playing cards when they go on picnics, though.
Well, you know what?
Yeah.
There's some people too that have money and can go on picnics.
Yeah. Right. Well, I haven't been on a picnic for a while here. I'll check that out. Maybe I'm going to see if I can't go some weekend.
I can go on a picnic once in a long while. Sometimes I like to go gamble.
No.
Uh-huh.
Well, okay.
But it has to be that I have enough saved away, not take it off of the family.
Okay, well, I want to thank you, Margaret Keith, for all the advice for all the
Okay.
families out there.
Well, you know, it might sound like a childish thing to say these kind of things, but I care about people. I really do. I care a lot about people. All people. I don't care who they are or what they are. I care about people. That God gave them everybody their lives, and we should reverend the fact that the Lord says, "Love one another." That's what He says.
That's good. That's good advice. Thank you. you
Yeah.
very much.